got your back.
It's nice to know, Measle. Thanks a lot. Alright, I'm back, people. And today we have Mount Ordeals 1, the first chapter of that, and a failed attempt at trying to beat Raspberryl. I figured I'd want to upload the failure episodes as well, simply because I think it's entertaining to see how futile it seems at first, and then the progress I make to overcome it. I think it's pretty neat. You know, it's like the training montage in fighting movies and anime and what have you. Just enjoying some Diet Coke with lime. Trying to lose weight so I can't drink the regular stuff. And I still need my caffeine. Because if I'm not peppy, who'd want to listen to my commentary, huh? Huh? No one. That's right. So, let's see. What's new with me? Well, outside of, I'm still trying to work in a regular work schedule with, the new videos, so I'm sorry it's not, every day like it used to be. You'd be surprised how much, you know, it's amazing what you can get done when you don't have a job. So, I can't promise a set schedule for releasing videos anytime soon. My schedule's just so unpredictable. I'm going to try to get out one a day if possible, if not one every other day. You know, I'm trying to be faithful to the people that subscribe to me to put out regular content, especially since, you know, I should have finished uploading the rest of this game a long time ago, if you ask me. So right now we're trying to pass the Raspberryl part in the Senate, so then I could fight her. Lose to her, train, then fight her again. Yeah. And when you hear her, Raspberryl is voiced by Laura Bailey. Inevitably. Who, if you've watched my Sonic Generations playthrough, you'll probably notice that Omo Chow has the same voice. So, seeing as how that bill is kind of hard to pass, I'm going to be using some cell phones and bribes to try to make it go as smooth sailing as possible. So I'm just called the Dragon Senators, and now they're more likely to vote for me in the next Senate. You can do it more than once, I'm pretty sure. And the dragons are the easiest ones to get on your favor, it seems. Gold bars are great for bribing. Almost everyone wants them. Each class has a different item, though, that they are particularly fond of. Dragons love muscles, for example. So if you have muscles, you are much more likely to persuade them. Excuse me. I swear, I only get calls and yawn when I'm recording. Ugh. Miraculously, I haven't had to go to the bathroom when I'm recording yet. But it's only a matter of time now, isn't it? What was I talking about? Yeah, we're bribing the senators. Dragons like muscles. I think...
I've got your back.
I think, that Basiles, the rifle demons, like weights. I can't remember all of them, but if you just, try to bribe them, it'll say what their preferred item is, so it's very easy to remember. Actually, no, rifle demons might want emblems, which is like the Dark Rosary and the Imperial Seal, those kind of things. So yeah, the dragons are blue, bribe them. If you see a really strong red senator that you don't want to have to fight, use chloroform and put them to sleep, and they won't even be able to vote. And I do believe that the stronger the level of the enemy, the more influence they have. It's like the more points they vote. See, look, skeletal dragons like the weight item, as you can see in the upper left. So that's a pretty high level dragon. Oh, and don't be like me. If you're actually going to try to fight the Senate, lower the level back to 0, because that's not a normal level for a dragon. It's I'm just making this more difficult for me than it has to be.
Nay. Nay. Dude, here I go over here. right!
Success! So yeah, also if you know you want to try to pass a bill by votes, put your characters in the Senate itself. If you just want to force a bill, then take them out, because it limits the amount of characters you can deploy from your base, and your characters are just in the thick of it, you know, and they might get gang raped. They probably will get gang raped. It's just likely to happen. Alright, I'll shut up for a bit, and I'll see you after the cutscene.
I want
The wish only gets stronger.
my home, my world.
The wish only gets deeper.
I want...
And the weight of the wish only gets heavier.
Hey guys, make sure you all take care of your assigned area.
What did you say, lass? Who do you think you're talking to?
Hey, what's going on here, everyone? Hey, guess what? Mr. Fenfen and Mr. Valzy are trying to get away with not picking up their trash.
I had no intention of getting away with anything. I'm not scared to pick up trash. However, Fenric...
Naturally. Oh, there's no need for my lord to taint his hands with refuse. We have enough of you cretins to take care of it.
There's no point in volunteering if you make someone else do the work for you.
Idiot. Why in the world should my lord have to do volunteer work? And you? What do you think you're doing, participating in such unsightly conduct?
Don't you know? Volunteer work has been mandated by the new president. You have to follow her orders.
Mr. Axel, did someone take your title away again?
Yep.
So, who's the new president? Wait, huh? Why are we picking up trash in the first place? For as far back as Desco can remember, we all started getting an urge to pick up trash. Is everybody busy picking up trash?
Who are you? Are you the one who's creating all the abnormal phenomena?
What? Don't be an idiot. Volunteer work is an earnest and completely justifiable activity. Oops, sorry for being impolite. My name is Raspberryl. I'm the new president of this netherworld.
She's the new president?
My manifesto requires everyone to do one good turn daily. Soon enough, this netherworld is gonna be filled with delinquents. Miss Raspberryl! It's me, Flan! Huh? Flan? Oh, hey, it's been a while. How have you been? You look different than I remember. In fact, I didn't even recognize you. Oh, hey, give me your autograph later. Of course, anything for a fan.
Hey, what's going on here? Who is this girl?
She's Miss Raspberryl. She's a demon from another netherworld.
Another netherworld? A demon from another netherworld has become our president?
Miss Raspberryl is a delinquent demon who loves to do good things.
A delinquent demon?
You betcha. Back home, I'm known as the #1 delinquent. I'm kind of a badass. Huh? How can she be a delinquent if all she does is volunteer work?
Doing bad things makes you honorable, and good things makes you a delinquent. Demons have completely reversed standards from Celestia and the human world when it comes to these things.
A demon of goodwill? That's the worst kind of enemy for a final boss to face!
Why is it that everything we encounter is the worst enemy you can face? Never mind. Just let her explain herself first. So, how did you become the president of this netherworld?
That's a really tough question. I actually don't know.
Again? First it was the Archangel and now her. If you don't know how you became the president, then why are you doing this?
I can boss everyone around as the president, so I'm gonna teach demons about delinquency and stand atop the goodwill pyramid! Trash picking is just the first step of volunteer work. As long as I'm the president, I'm gonna keep giving you more challenging tasks. Green living campaigns, fundraisers, hellmark collecting, morning exercises, proper hygiene education, and even blood drives.
Blood drives? Child, are you ordering my lord to donate his blood of all things?
Yep. Everyone has to participate, no exceptions. No one wants to feel left out, right? Ew. Having Axel as the president was so much better than this.
The inept, harmless, and useless Mr. Axel was so much better.
Oh, I'm already hearing the voices of the citizens wishing for my return to office.
You're more like the last resort.
What is this? Are you guys trying to disobey my orders? Fine, bring it on! I'll beat the volunteer spirit into your hearts with my own 2 fists! Then shout and run off into the sunset!
And even blood drives. Oh, Laura Bailey, you kick ass. And once again, I did not reset the enemy builds to lower, so these aren't the actual levels of the enemies. Alright, so check this out. We got a whole bunch of magic casters in the back with magic range +1. In the Aqua level, we have no ranged attacks, so I have to fight the cat demons. And here's Raspberryl. Deals 20% more damage to higher level enemies. Not going to help her here. Magic range increased by 2. That will help you here. And magic range increased by 1. So her magic range is +4. Thanks to being on... Thanks to all the spells and the area of effect she's on. So she's taking a... So you are going to have a very hard time out-sniping her. Environmental issues are all I think about. Sword skill that'll tickle your good conscience. Fire that can simply burn away industrial waste. So yeah, this is absolutely impossible for me right now. I mean, look, like Val is level 160.
I'll show you.
Raspberyl's twice as strong. These Orvenigs are twice as strong as him. So really, just to humor myself, I'm just going to see how much damage I do. 28,000 HP. Oh, okay, I'm not even attacking. Apparently, I just want to see... Oh, look at that. She even fuses. So I have to fight a giant Raspberry. Insert more quarters. Now, all of her spells have better area of effect. Yeah. Look at that shit. And I kind of wanted to see the attacks, but at this point I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, and she recovers SP every turn because she's part ghost. She's part ghost. Even Ghost and Horse!
Here I go.
I hope somebody knows what that quote's from.
Here I come!
So let's just see if she attacks me.
Which honor student wants to take my lesson?
Me! I do!
Duel 3! Eco
go, Frank!
Sweet dreams.
Miraculously did not kill Disco, but this certainly will. Too bad they didn't show her floating eyes just go away by themselves. And at this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting the hell out of here. Did not go so well, but I will challenge her to a rematch very shortly. However, I know that I can do awesome training if I unlock Mount Ordeals 4. So let's start the first Mount Ordeals. How to unlock, for those that are curious. This map is pretty straightforward. It's just attack plus 50% for everyone, so it's really kill or be killed. Pretty cool level. Alright, how to unlock Mount Ordeals, for those that want to know. Going to the guide. Hopefully I can get this part right at least. Mount Ordeal. Okay. After completing the normal story, save your game and then go back to your base. Have a character talk to the Senate and propose to open the way to Mount Ordeal. After this passes, through luck, bribes, repeated attempts, or force, go to the Dimension Gate and look for a new entry. You can now start Mount Ordeal. These short maps are ideal for level building as you get your characters prepared for high-end item worlds, reverse pirating, and other difficult issues. When each map gets stale because your characters are winning way too easily, remember that there are Senate bills to increase the levels of these monsters. Do so to continue using and abusing these high-experience maps. Note that bill for Mount Ordeal is... note that the bill for Mount Ordeal. Oh, God, these typos. It's not even funny anymore, it's just sad. Is available even if you restart the main story. However, a group that passes the Mount Ordeal bill in the... See, it said it that time. In the Senate, must pass it a second time if they restart the game. No big deal, right? Omega Star! This move goes way beyond my comprehension. Taste the rainbow, motherfucker! Alrighty. So yeah, what does the guide say to do for this stage? I'm so curious. This map is an aggressive player's field. That's me. The attack bonus provided to all combatants ensures that each side must take the most out of its turns. Instead of playing it safe on one turn, rush out from your base and slash into the nearby exorcists as quickly as you can. Try to kill all three in front of your base and one off to the side with your early attacks. This only draws in one more exorcist for their part of turn 1. Kill that fiend and heal your wounded people, if any, and then end another turn. Advance towards the Onmyo in the center and hit their lead people. There are a few extra characters up there to ground the flanks and attack the exorcists that are likely to close in on your characters. Finish off the Onmyo and the Holy Swordsman in the center. The Oniwaban are off to the edges of the map and won't come forward, so you have time to get this done correctly and safely. Have all of your people get involved and take each flank afterward to clean up the stragglers. Yes. I get to abuse the glorious Crimson Rain. I happen to learn that in the character world, and it's the tits, people. It's like 5 spaces away, it's a single attack, and the power is like C, so it's decent. And I use it all the fucking time on him. I think you only have a 10% chance of reading into the Printing Master that teaches the moves in the character world, so you have to be kind of lucky, and Crimson Rain is awesome. I love it. The other sword skill is Super Crosslore, which is a close-range, power-level S attack.
I've got more!
Your strongest sword skill by far. Anywho, do I have enough time for a character? I'll make time. Who's the next character anyway? After Maharl? Alright! Asagi. Who is Asagi? A character that is yet to have a...
It's my turn.
She was supposed to have, she's a recurring joke. Where she was supposed to... She was from a canceled game. What are we gonna call it? Makai Wars, I think. And, Yeah, that game never actually got made, but they keep throwing her into games as cameos because she was supposed to be the main character or whatever. Anyway, she's kind of cool. However, I hate her new voice. It's so annoying. I liked it better when Lana Jill Miller. I always very dyslexic with her name. From Disgaea 3 voiced her. Anyway, Sagi may look a little strange unless you grab her DLC high-res version, but she's powerful. Oh yeah, there are 2 versions of this character. Using a gunner's model, she gets to snag a mix of high stats, wonderful abilities, and a unique skill that shreds her enemies. You can't go wrong with this girl. Use Magic Shot, Heroine's Dream, and Dead Alive for a tremendous combination of damage. Even with only 4 male allies deployed, Asagi gets enough of a stat boost from Heroine's Dream to make it a good ability. Dead or Alive is a double-edged sword, but it favors your team because they get to strike first each round. Make the most of your critical hits and watch enemies melt. And oddly enough, Asagi only has 2 special skills, which kind of sucks. In addition to speed boost and target lock, her first one is Cameo Star, and her attacks are based off speed and hit like a gun, so give her a gun. She's proficient in spears and guns, but spears suck. Gun. Do it a gun. Powers F. Hits up to 4 tiles away. It looks cool, but man, is it weak. Don't use it. And then there's Magic Shot, which is a bit better. Hits across. I think a set, kind of like Overlord's Wrath. And the power's B, so it's pretty strong. This is the bread and butter of Asagi's lineup. She does huge damage with the attack, and the low cost of the ability means that she can punch it up to higher ranks and make it even better. Prioritize that skill with your early mana usage and watch as Asagi quickly becomes a good killer for your party. Let's see, what else? Her movement and throwing range are both 5. Nice. She is neutral to all elements. Not so nice. Her base ability, Heroine's Dream, increases Asagi's stats by 5% per male ally on the map. So if you use a lot of male characters and you're doing a long map, you'll see a nice bonus. It's nice because they don't have to be anywhere near her. Theoretically, you can deploy 9 other male allies and just Asagi and increase her stats by 45% if you want to only use her. You know, it could work. Her next one is Sky High. Asagi is a flying character when this ability is equipped. So that means she can go through enemies. You know, it's better if you go for a damage ability. And then last but not least, we have Dead or Alive, which raises the critical rates for all allies and enemies to 100%. So, criticals for everyone. This can be handy, however, I think it only applies to normal attacks, not special attacks. I can't remember. But if it is special attacks, this is useful for if you take her out, because you always go first, you can just deploy her, have all of your characters benefit from critical hits, and then put her back so that the enemy doesn't get the ability. Pretty cheap, but pretty nice too. That's good Coke. Showing my ice.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And then finally her aptitudes, which are pretty nice. HP 110, SP 100, Attack 110, although that stat's useless. Defense 100, Intelligence 80, another useless stat. Resistance 90, Hit 130, and Speed 130. Nice. Those are great attributes for that. And add 25% to all of them, and that's what they'll be after you reincarnate 5 times. So, above average HP, decent enough defense, and fantastic hit and speed. She'll be dodging and hitting everything in sight. A really great gunner. In fact, how does that compare to the actual gunner class? Yahoo! Let's see here. The gunner. For the Desperado, the tier 6 version of the gunner, hit is 145 and speed is 145 and speed is 135. So you'll be quite a bit better. Big splash! And there's There's the phone again. Whatever, the level's pretty much beat. Thanks for watching. I'll try to get another episode out as soon as I can. See you guys.